So let's talk about HTML. In the beginning, all have many questions about HTML. What is HTML? How can we use it? And many more. So first of all, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a standard markup language for creating web page. Moreover, it describes the structure of web page. Also, HTML element tell the browser how to display content such as heading, paragraphs, links and many more things. Let's see what is website and how it works. There are two parts. First is front end and second is back end. It is just like a desktop computer. There is a monitor and CPU. Monitor is more like a front end and CPU is more like a back end. So what is front end? Front end is a collection of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In that, HTML is a standard markup language that provides the primary structure of a website. CSS is used for more attractive look and presentation of web page written in markup language. Whereas JavaScript is an advanced programming language that makes web page interactive and dynamic. Also, JavaScript simply adds dynamic content to website to make them look good. JavaScript and CSS both are applying on HTML elements. That's why HTML is based off front-end development. Let's talk about the structure of HTML. So we can start with doc type HTML. In the starting of the code, we have to mention it. So all have question why we have to mention it. It informs the browser about which document type to execute and it is not a case sensitive. Now, HTML starts with the HTML tag. Next step, we have to add head tag, which contains title tag, meta tag, and other for SEO purpose. Furthermore, we have to define body tag. It indicates the body of document, which contains many tags such as heading, paragraph, image, table, and many more other tags. So firstly talk about heading tags. HTML headings are title or subtitle that want to display on a web page. Furthermore, there are 6 heading tags in HTML which are defined with H1 to H6. H1 defines the most important heading. Moreover, using H1 tag once in a page is good habit for SEO purpose. Let's see the output of H1 tag. Have a look about other heading tags. See the difference between them. Note down that use H1 to H6 elements only for headings. Do not use them just to make text bold or big. Now we will discuss about basic tags of HTML such as paragraph tag, bold tag, italic tag and many other tags. First is paragraph tag, which defines with P. Also, browser automatically add a margin after and before a paragraph. It used to write description in web page. Second is bold tag, which used to make text bold. Third is BR tag. The BR tag is used to break single line and it is a empty tag, so no need to close it. Is italic tag. If you want to display text in italic format, then use I tag. Mark tag is used as a highlighter in HTML. Is delete tag. Browser will usually strike a line through the delete tags. For example, you can see a price and discount price on e-commerce platform. Sixth is superscript. Superscript is used to print a half character above of the normal line. For example, if you like to print a power of 2, then use it. Seventh is subscript. Subscript is used to print a half character below to the normal text. For example, if you need to print a scientific name of water H2O, then use it. A tag is used to link one page to another. See, this is our YouTube channel. So please check our channel for more videos. In href, put the link on which we desire to redirect. See the link open in the same tab. With the use of target underscore blank, we can open it in a new window. See, the tab is open in the new window. Now we will discuss about table tag. Table tag is used for display data in table format. There are three elements in table tag which are tr, th and td. Tr stands for table row, th stands for table heading and td stands for table data. Here we will discuss about table tag with example. So firstly I define table tag. After that we define a tr tag which means table row. In tr we define for th for table heading and td for table column. So I have prepared one example of table tag for you which have 3 columns and 6 rows. See the output of it. Let's see the different property of table tag. If I want to add a border of 1 pixel, then I have to define a border equals to 1. See the border is applied on the table. Next is cell padding. Cell padding is the space between the cell edges and cell content. Another is cell spacing. Cell spacing is the space between the cell output. Cell spacing is applied on the table. Now see the table is not looking appropriately. Here many data are with the same value. So with the use of row span and col span we can merge it. See the diffs info tag is in the one cell. So now we will merge it in the three cell. So with the use of col span 3 we can merge it. Same as in the whole table I have used row span and col span for merge rows and columns. See the output of it. With the use of align attribute, we can align headings and data in the left, right and center in the cell. Now we will discuss about HTML listing. In your website, if you want to make a list of same category data, then this tag is useful for you. There are three types of listing in HTML. First is unordered list, second is ordered list and third is description list. So first we will discuss about unordered list which is defined with UL. You can see that unordered list item will be marked with bullet. For example, circle, square, dicks and etc. In the ordered list, item will be marked with the numbers by default. See, the list is displayed with the number. With the use of type attribute, you can change it to alphabet and Roman list. See, the number is changed with the alphabet. Another is description list. A description list is a list of terms with the description of each term. DT stands for description title and DD stands for description data. See, the output is in the title and description format. Let's see division tag. Div tag is used for define a new division or section in HTML document. Div tag is easily styled by class and ID attribute. Div tag is a block element, but it can be converted into the inline element using CSS. By default, browser always break a line before and after div tag. Next, we will discuss about form tag. Form tag is used to create a form in web page. Form contains many elements such as input, text area, button, select, option, and many more. These elements have some important attributes which we will discuss in detail. On form submit button, the server gets only value of form element. Next, we will discuss about label tag. The label tag in HTML is used to provide a usability improvement for mouse user. For example, if a user clicks on the text within the label, element is toggles to the control. So let's start with the form element. First, input. Input tag defines the input field in which user can enter data. It is the most important form element. We can display input field in several ways using type attribute. For example, type equals to text. It is a default value of input field. See the output of it. It stores all type of data such as alphabet, numbers and special characters. Next input type is email. The email type is used for input field that should contain an email address. Depending on browser support, the email address can be automatically validated when submitted. See, it is not allowed you to enter invalid email address. Next input type is password. The password type defines a password field. See, the characters in the password field are hidden with the circle. Next input type is radio. Input type radio defines a radio button. A user can select only one option at a time from the number of choices. You must have to define same name property for all radio buttons. If name property are different, then it will allow to select more than one choice. Can you see that when user click on radio button, only then it was selected. But this is not selected when user click on option. So with the help of ID and for, you can overcome it. See, when you click on the label, it is selected. Next input type is checkbox. Checkbox let a user select zero or more option of a limited number of choices. Also in checkbox, the ID and for attribute work same as radio button. Next input type is date. The date input type is used for input field that should contain date. Next is text area. The text area tag defines a multi-line text input control. The text area element is often used in the form to collect user inputs like address, comments, and review. The select element is used to create a drop-down list. The select element is most often used in a form to collect input. Option element is used to add option for a drop-down list. In the drop-down list, first option is by default selected. Next input type is file. The file input type defines a file select field and a browser button for a file upload. Except attribute value is defined file type that file input should be accept. Here I want only PDF and Word file. That's why I mentioned the extension of this file. Next input type is submit. Input type submit define a button for submitting form data to a form handler. The form handler is typically a server page with a script of processing input data. Next input type is reset. It reset all the form values to the default value. Now we will discuss about HTML input attributes. The input value attribute specifies an initial value for an input field. There are many attributes in form tag like read only, disable, max length and other. Firstly, we will discuss about placeholder. The input placeholder attribute specifies a short hint that describes the expected value of an input field. Now we will discuss about required. The required attribute specifies that an input field must be filled out before submitting the form. You can see that this field is required, so browser do not allow you to submit and also gives a error message. Next, we will discuss about read-only. A read-only attribute cannot be modified, but it can be highlighted or copied. See, the value is not editable, but it can be copied or highlighted. Now we will discuss about disable. A disable attribute makes that field unclickable. Now we will discuss about max length and min length attribute. The input max length attribute specifies the maximum number of characters allowed in an input field. Same as min length is useful for minimum character allowed in the input field. See, it gives error. Now we will discuss about form attributes. First, action. The input form action attribute specifies the URL of file that will process the input when the form is submitted. See, when you submit that, it redirect on the temp.html file. Next is form method. Form method attribute defines the HTTP method for sending form data to the action URL. There are two types of form methods. First is get and another is post. The get method passes the value by the URL, so it is not secure. See, the data are passed by URL. Whereas post method pass the data with the hidden form, so it is secure than the get. By default, form method is get. Next is no validate. No validate specifies that all of the form data should not be validated when the form is submitted. At that time, you have to add your custom validations. Next is ENC type. The ENC type attribute specifies how the form data should be encoded when submitting it to the server. If you want to take image or any file in your form, at that time ENC type is mandatory. The ENC type attribute can be used only when the method is post. Now we will discuss about media tags. Multimedia comes in many different forms. It can be anything which you can hear or see, like image, video, animation and other. First is image tag. The image tag is used to add an image in the web page. In the SRC, you have to put the part of your image. Uh, and alter attribute specifies an alternative text for image. Next is video tag. The video element is used to show a video on a web page. In the source, you have to give the details of your video. See, the video is displayed without the controls. With the use of control attribute, you can add the controls such as play, push, volume and many other. You can mute your video by default with the use of mute attribute. When you click on the volume button, it can be unmute. Next is iframe. It is the easiest way to play YouTube video in your HTML. See, from here you can get your iframe tag. You can also add map in the iframe. Next is audio tag. To play an audio file in HTML, you can use the audio tag. Next is picture tag. The HTML picture element gives web developers more flexible in specifying image resource. For example, if you have to display different image in mobile and desktop, at that time you can use it. Here we end up our basic HTML video. For your best practice, I am giving you one exercise which can help you to clear all basic HTML concepts. Also, I mentioned the exercise link in the description so you can download from there. Please do exercise and mail us your code for review. We will definitely give you feedback and send our code to cross check. If you have any query, please mention it in comments or mail us. Thanks for watching. We will surely come with more concepts of coding. So please stay tuned with us and subscribe our channel to get notification of our new videos.